Hello world, I'm Nom, and we're going to continue playing Vampyr. Let's see, I think we just started chapter 4 recently. Like, barely at the start of it. Ah, shit, serious here. Fuck. I wonder if it's supposed to always get worse, or if it's just my fault. It's probably just my fault, actually. Hey, what objectives do we have available to us? Chapter 4, Find the Origin Epidemic in the West End. Are there more chapters after this? I think so. I looked it up ahead of time. I think there's like 7 chapters in this. So we're about nearing the halfway point, I think. I'm going to take it pretty slow, I think. Probably because I'm so bad at the combat. Do we have any other side quests available to us? I think I did on the ones I could. This one, okay, I looked it up. I guess it's because I let who was it again? The priest live. And because of that, this guy got turned, and that's why I failed the quest. What a shame. Yeah. West End is still empty, so there's definitely a huge area here that I haven't touched. I wonder if there's any new dialogue.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor.
Yeah, same shit. You're no fun.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark.
Where do I want to head? Okay. Let me check my frame rate. 90 something. That's good. Who are you?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed of the Pembroke Hospital. May I be of assistance?
Dr. Reed. So it's you who saved my friend Oswald. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
And you are?
I did that?
Blight. Oswald and I recently returned from the war.
Oh, the war, of course. Yeah, I did stuff there.
What can you tell me about the war, Mr. Blight? If you want to speak about it, of course.
War was... well, you know, sir. The stench of death everywhere. Your mates lying bleeding in the mud. Just praying to make it through and get home. Bloody nightmare.
Did you know Oswald Thatcher before the war?
No. We met in the battlefield. I think we're in the same boat to France. We've stuck together ever since.
I fought in France, too. I served as a field surgeon, but it was not uncommon to repel an assault, especially at night.
Yeah. The first time I was wounded, I had to protect the infirmary from hostiles. Twice.
Why do you stay here now that Mr. Thatcher's back?
It's complicated. Since the war, Oswald's been really nervous with the idea of entering any hospital. And me, I've got my own issues.
Can you speak about them?
Rats, sir. Even seeing one, they turn me. Just want to run. It's that fear that stopped me from going after Oswald when he left.
Rats? I mean, I could take care of your rat problem if you want.
You are always welcome at the Pembroke Hospital. As a former officer, I'll be honored to welcome a fellow veteran.
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital. I just need to convince him that he needs some help.
Perhaps he needs to reach that decision by himself.
Could you speak to him? He doesn't usually listen to doctors, but perhaps because you've been through it, you can talk him round.
caused your phobia of rats, Newton?
It happened last year following an artillery attack. I was trapped for 2 days in a hole under 2 dead soldiers. And there were rats.
Go on.
It started eating me as soon as I dozed. Gnawing at my ears, my fingers, lips. I couldn't move. Couldn't call for help.
I see.
No, you don't. You have no idea what it is to wake up buried under bodies. Fucking vermin eating your flesh. Oswald. He found me and saved me.
You'll be surprised what I've experienced so far.
Are you concerned about the living conditions in the city?
Of course I am. I'll be stuck here for as long as Oswald refuses to go to hospital. And, unfortunately, it seems the violence is rising.
What kind of violence?
I believe people have armed themselves and started to attack those that show signs of contagion.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself.
There's 22. Shit. Okay, the mansion. Okay. We'll cross the street. Oh, you again. Can I walk past you? Oh, fine, fine. Since you came all the way here, let's talk.
You must prepare, child, for the earth is bleeding and the harvest is upon us.
Stay away, whoever you are.
This is no time for petty quarrels, my champion. Can you not hear? The famished queen has awoken.
I am not your champion.
But of course you are, son. As surely as you are the blood of my blood.
I had to kill Mary.
I have known your pain, child. Do not succumb to...
Silence! I dismiss you, now!
The land calls for a champion. All and everyone needs you.
Silence!
Be gone!
I'm tired of all these puppet shows.
Whoever the guys under the bridge heard me. I might have scared them away, actually. This spot's stable. Probably because I never visited it. That's actually probably true. Ourselves another vampire here.
They want war. I'll show them war.
Whatever this poor woman did, nobody deserves this kind of punishment.
The hell? Is this a barrier I can't get through? Hold up. Oh. Of course. I can do that. Why wouldn't I be able to do that? Hills. Chitlins, bullets. I feel like I need to investigate what's happening here. Eyes on the prize. Let them fight amongst themselves for a bit. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be with that vampire or not, so I'm gonna sit here. Oh, he's gone. You're fucked. Okay. Is this a boss fight?
This is now my domain, you gecko.
Shit. Oh, you bastard. Ah, Jesus, he fucking bum rushed me. Fuck. It's been a week, okay? I apologize. Ah, fuck, I have less blood now. I hate that part. I'm okay with dying, it's just... God. Having, like, a deficit of blood? Always makes it... Like, why bother at that point? You know? And let me guess, he's gonna have full health now. Oh wait, no. They're still fighting amongst themselves. But yeah, like what I'm saying here, like having a respawn with next to no blood, it sucks. It makes me just want to put down the game. It's not like you can use your consumables either, because if you die again, you don't have those consumables. They did a shittier job of fighting him too this time. So, I'm actually worse off now than I was the first time I fought this guy. Oh no, I didn't mean to fucking waste that ability. Fuck. God, I forgot the controls. Shit. How do I lock on again?
Your prey is mine now. You're feeble. This is turn you to
There we go. Who put shillings in a lever? Video game. Not supposed to make sense. Literally throwing away money.
So this is where she lives. What a splendid house.
Looks pretty dank.
Dr. Reed, welcome. How are you?
As good as one can be, considering the circumstances.
Yes. Death and affliction seem prevailing themes of late. Please, come in. We have much to discuss.
I hope I haven't disturbed you.
Not at all. Actually, I was counting on you visiting me tonight.
How strange, this painting. Beautiful, melancholic, yet with a haunting dignity.
Indeed. A long time ago, a friend asked me to paint this for him. But I kept it in the end.
I did not know you were a painter, my lady.
There are many things you do not know about me, young Ekon.
Please, call me Jonathan.
Please excuse my behavior, Jonathan. I tend to tease my friends when uneasy.
What is bothering you, my lady? Your letter was quite alarming.
We will talk about this in a few minutes. For now, I would like you to tell me about yourself. How have you been since we last met, my friend?
My sister Mary, she was made a vampire in the same way I was. She was the one killing all those people everywhere I went.
Vengeance is a powerful force for those betrayed. Made vampire through careless error. Victims by surprise.
Okay, I do not want that.
I swear I did not intend that. If only I had known then how vampires are created.
That is the scientist speaking. In truth, most of us do not know how it really works. Personally, I make sure my prey will not return to haunt me.
What do you mean?
I am merciless, Jonathan. I only feed on the dying, and I make sure they are dead before leaving their remains.
I killed Mary twice.
In the end, she implored me to put an end to her misery. But still, I felt I had taken her life twice.
I am so sorry for my accidental cruelty. Had I known your dear Mary was still alive, I would never have sent you to pray for her soul in that church.
There is no need to apologize, my lady. Your words have been most helpful in these difficult times.
Thank you, my friend. If only we could have guided your poor sister through her terrible nightmare.
I came to the conclusion that my maker, whoever he might be, must be a powerful vampire. Certainly extremely old.
How have you reached this conclusion?
He is the only immortal I've seen appear in an ethereal form. His voice, his words seemed ancient. It was disturbing.
I am afraid you are right. The simple fact that your blood made Mary such a strong Ekon proves that you must be of ancient lineage.
I felt this power, radiating like an aura every time he appeared.
Most ancestral vampires of England were killed by the Guard of Priwen half a century ago. I wonder who your maker could be.
You have no idea who he could be?
Some of the ancient ones fled England. Some may still be in hiding. All I know is you, my friend, are a pawn in some secret and obscure game of chess.
I think I should ask the questions, your ladyship. After all, it was you who invited me to settle this most urgent of matters.
Fair enough, Jonathan. The situation is critical. We do not have the luxury for etiquette.
Please do not misunderstand me. I would be delighted to discuss mundane matters and idle trivialities.
If we survive the dark nights to come, we shall have all the time in the world to speak, you and I. For now, please follow me, Jonathan.
I must say, your house is exquisite.
One of the advantages of living forever is having the time to be selective with one's furnishings. I took the liberty of having tea served.
You can still drink tea.
Oh, it's clipping.
Can't keep it down.
My coat's clipping
I
through the
do
chair.
so enjoy the
Unplayable.
aroma. Let us toast to make-believe. And of course to your health, Jonathan.
And to yours, my lady.
Please, call me Elizabeth.
So, my lady, why truly did you invite me here?
I've been asked to deliver an official invitation to meet the Ascalon Club.
Who are they? Really?
They are the embodiment of vampire law in Britain. Some say they influence the destiny of the Empire. Some believe they merely protect it.
How many are they?
Only a small number of powerful and deceitful immortals. All of them entangled in a sticky web of shadow cabinets, influencing trade.
Will they fight the guard of Priwen?
I doubt it. Fergal was Lord Redgrave's executioner forever and a day. By defeating that beast, you deprived them of a powerful weapon.
Why use you to contact me?
Because they know we are close. The Ascalon Club
barely
has
know each other,
many
really.
spies. Their main occupation is gathering information and then deciding how to use it.
Have they threatened you in any way?
Not at all. Their message surprised me at first, but it is only logical, considering the critical situation in London.
Why not ask for your help? Since you are obviously a powerful and influential immortal yourself.
You have to understand that I am invisible to the eyes of Ascalon, for I am a woman. That suits me well, as long as they leave me alone.
Well, it is, what, the 1900s, right?
Should I trust them?
Of course not. Do not misunderstand me. They can be very useful, but I believe their long-term goals differ from yours.
Why meet them then?
Because nothing truly important can be achieved in this city without their consent. They could be powerful allies in this current situation.
Should I lie to them?
We all lie, Jonathan. It falls to you to choose your behavior. The most important rule is to show them due respect.
They have done nothing but impede my investigations since I became known to them. Why would they want to see me now?
I guess they now see you as Ascalon material. They must have found out what happened to your sister. Proof of the potent blood flowing through your veins.
I'm not sure I can accept their invitation. I have seen their handiwork. How Fergal the Beast imposed the club's law.
You have no choice, Jonathan. Even I would not openly defy Lord Redgrave, the chairman of the Ascalon Club.
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave? Who is he?
Lord Redgrave is the founder and chairman of the Ascalon Club. Most mortals know him as the Earl of Bristol. He is rich and extremely influential.
Have you met him?
Only on rare occasions, for he never goes outside the club. And women are not awarded membership, even immortals.
How old is he? How long has he been a vampire?
Lord Redgrave claims to be the progeny of William Marshall, the most valiant knight who ever lived. If that is true, he could be very old.
How powerful is his reach?
The Ascalon Club may be the most influential secret society in England. Not all its members are immortals, but they are all very powerful.
They are not all immortals. How is that?
The club is mainly comprised of political figures who seek the safety and expansion of the Empire. The most loyal are awarded immortality.
This is some Illuminati shit we're talking about here.
Any familiar or famous names?
As the richest, most relentless British tycoon, Aloysius Dawson is considered ideal Ascalon material and has been watched for years.
If you are convinced I must meet him, I will heed your advice.
Thank you, Jonathan. I understand your reluctance to brush shoulders with London's vampire elite, but we have no choice.
Is the situation that critical?
Yes. The Guard of Prewen has called for a second great hunt of our kind, and they will stop at nothing to eliminate us.
Will the Guard of Prewen and the Ascalon Club fight each other?
I doubt it. If Prewen really launched a great hunt, I think most of the Econs I know would flee the country to escape the bloodbath.
I think I saw them kill an Econ on the way to your house. They seem to have a list with names.
To launch another great hunt, they must have collected intelligence on vampire identities and whereabouts. They are a resourceful lot.
Should we fight back? I will not be hunted down like an animal again.
I admire your courage, Jonathan. But the best way to fight them is to put an end to the epidemic. This is the only way to clear the air.
What is a great hunt?
The first great hunt was launched about 75 years ago. In just a few nights, the Guard of Prewen located and destroyed most of the old British vampires.
Why start a second one?
Prewen has always seen us immortals as a threat to mankind. My guess is they suspect one or more of us as the cause of the epidemic.
How did you survive the first hunt?
I fled, Jonathan. Like most vampires who survived that slaughter. And I secretly came back when I was sure they had lost my trail.
Why did you come back at all?
You should flee then. Leave London, the country even. I have seen the Guard in action. They are merciless.
Your concern warms my heart, Jonathan.
It's time for a British
But
exit.
fear not. If the situation gets too dangerous, I shall retreat to my secret Scottish manor. I could hide you in my luggage, if you wish.
Thank you for the offer. I shall keep it in mind, but I have much to do here. There is a question I must ask you. Could Lord Redgrave be my maker?
I doubt it. If Lord Redgrave had made you his progeny, he would not have seemed so surprised when you demonstrated the strength of your lineage.
What is the plan?
The plan is we both try to save this city, you and I. Go to Ascalon, accept their proposition, and use their influence to promote your agenda.
How can I save London?
The epidemic is the priority. You must find its origin and put an end to it. This is the best way to solve the crisis.
What will you do?
I still have contacts and old friends in this town. I shall make some inquiries and attempt to learn more of the situation. We need clarity.
Will I ever discover the identity of my maker?
Maybe not, Jonathan. We know for sure you were made by a powerful vampire, but most of those fled England long ago.
Please forgive my bluntness, but I have to ask. Was it you? Did you make me?
Oh, Jonathan. I know you shall always have a gnawing doubt about who made you an immortal, but I swear, I had nothing to do with it.
You have no idea at all? You seem to know so many things about the secrets of the vampire underworld.
Even if I had my suspicions, I would not dare give you a name so soon. All I can say is this. I will make inquiries and keep you informed.
One day soon, I will have to find the answer to this mystery.
And I shall help you in your research, I promise. For now, you must go to the Ascalon Club and play their game.
Will I see you again at the Pembroke Hospital?
No, you will find me here if you need me. I shall conduct inquiries alone, and we can then share our discoveries.
Will you not visit Pembroke again?
No, I must remain discreet and avoid attracting attention to Pembroke Hospital for the time being.
But how will you sustain yourself?
I shall not, Jonathan. Fear not. I'm used to it.
When will we meet again?
As soon as you meet Lord Redgrave, I suppose. Fear not, my dear. I shall only be a heart's beat away.
I want to thank you for all your support and your help, my lady.
Could you do me a last great favor and call me Elizabeth?
I should be honored, my lady.
Then it is settled. Finally, some good news in these dark hours.
Thank you. I appreciate the advice.
My lady.
I had best prepare myself to meet this Lord Redgrave now.
How thrilling to meet the Earl of Bristol in the flesh, so to speak.
Something tells me you're not very keen on the man.
Don't get me wrong. The gentlemen of the Ascalon Club are honorable, but their attitude and opinions are somewhat antiquated.
I see.
As long as they deny access to female applicants, I will leave them to their antediluvian considerations as to the natural order of things. Jonathan, promise me you'll be careful.
Of course. But why the fear in your voice?
Look at me, Jonathan.
I am.
I mean, really look at me, young Ekon. We may be deceptive by nature, but this heart of mine has always told the truth.
Elizabeth.
Go, my friend. But come back to me soon.
Okay, where the hell do I have to go? Shadow Cabinet, present yourself at Ascalon Club. Okay, so just keep going down here.
So, time to visit the Ascalon Club.
Oh, a vehicle. So it looks pretty nice. Oh. None of my business. What do we have here? Do not cough in public. Quarantine influenza. Quarantine. Is this locked?
It's locked.
Well, I guess we can't go in. What a shame. How am I supposed to get there then? Can I go up? Don't tell me I have to take this way around instead. shit, blood icon. Level 24. Fuck. Should have killed more people, damn it. Are there really no other ways around this? New dialogue available, alright. I guess maybe we can ask her about the barrier? Maybe? There's new dialogue available. Might be worth taking a look. Oh yeah, we never looted this place. Dracula. It is inspiring Lady Ashbury. There are darkness in life, and there are lights. And you are one of the lights, the light of all lights. Bram Stoker, 4th of August, 1897.
It's locked.
No looting, okay. I just need to loot a little bit before I go.
Hello again, Jonathan. To what do I owe the pleasure of your visit?
Sorry to disturb you again, but could you spare me a few minutes?
Of course, my dear. Always a pleasure to speak with you.
Do you know if the epidemic has affected many people in the West End?
I confess I've been more concerned by events in the East End. The wealthy have more efficient ways of dealing with infection.
But this is no common epidemic.
That is true. I must tell my daughter to stay at home for a few days. But the girl is stubborn and fiercely independent. Much like her mother.
Concerning your investigation,
Yes?
are you truly seeking to identify my maker?
I cannot promise you anything, but yes. I am conducting some research of my own.
Do you think we shall ever see better days? Or at least better nights?
I know not, Jonathan. I have seen some horrid days in my long lifetime. Experience has taught me that one cannot outrun the fates.
When all of this is over, the war and the epidemic, we could leave the city for a while. Travel around Europe, you and I.
Traveling is always so complicated for us poor creatures of the night. But yes, I would be glad to travel the world with you, my dear.
Will you tell me your story one day, Lady Ashbury?
One of them, perhaps. I have had so many lives, Jonathan. Eternity may not be enough to relate them all.
Goodbye, Elizabeth.
Okay, so... Guess there's no way to open that gate then. Unless it's from the other side, probably. I don't like the sound of that. Hide out here. Okay, so we can't go through this gate. Why can't I just fucking climb it though? I mean, there are so many spots where I could just, you know, jump towards. Why can't I do it here?
It's locked, all right.
this the right direction? Oop. How did I zoom in? Oh, there's a lot going on here.
That was the vampire I saw earlier. This war takes no prisoners.
Hey, where are we in the map? Hey.
The West End. Never have I felt so sad to be back home.
Ooh, there's a hideout nearby. Am I going the right direction? Oh, the hideout's over here. Wait. I'm pointing at it right now. Okay, so it's 29. Shit. Shit. That's 11 levels above me. Wait, no. Yeah. Am I severely underleveled for this segment or what? NPC here. Maybe we can talk to him.
How dare you interfere with my hunt?
Ah, fuck. Shit. Fuck. Shit. I'm really too low of a level for this segment. Shit. And there goes all the blood. Oh god. 28?
I cannot enter.
Oh no. I'm really not ready for this part of the game. Or if being underleveled is like a real issue of this. Seven, shit. man. Hideout. The hideout's here. Get over here. Okay. So, those were like 27 and 28. I managed, but... I mean, they weren't the higher class vampires, though. See what we got. We'll need better handle parts. Okay. The thing about these things is that if I die, I don't get them back. I don't really have much incentive to make them. Small key. Aubrey Reed's office. Increase the health, sure. I think we're matching with stamina. little bit more XP, and we should be able to get both level 3 ones. Not quite enough for that one yet. But we'll confirm this for now. He died. Oh, okay. Oops. Sorry, bro. I'm sure he wasn't that important.
Mother, good evening.
Jonathan, is it you? Where have you been, my prodigal son?
I'm right here, Mother. I'm finally home.
Yes, for this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and now found. But where is your sister? Where is Mary?
Mary? She is gone, Mother.
I know she's gone. The question is, when will she return as you have? I miss my grandson so much. It's been days since their last visit.
Do you need anything, Mother? Can I help you?
I just want you to stay with me, Jonathan. Your room is ready. I asked Avery to make your bed.
I'll stay as long as I can, I promise. Do you need anything else?
Just one thing. Stop staring at me like that. As much as I love you, it breaks my heart to look at those empty and dead eyes.
Are you working on a new painting?
Not recently. I have trouble focusing on my subject and my mind quickly drifts. It's the same thing when I try to write poetry.
I recently met a talented painter with an excellent technique. I wish you two could meet. I'm sure you'd like her.
I'd be glad to meet her. What is her name? Is she famous? Is she dead too?
She's not famous, and her name is of no importance. And yes, she is also dead.
The important thing is, I hope you two get along. If she ever fancies meeting your mother, I'd be glad to welcome her into my home.
Yeah, so the neighborhood really got in shit, hasn't it, Mom?
Mother, do you know what's been going on in this area?
Not really. I don't go out much due to the epidemic, and when I do, I tend to get lost.
What do you mean you get lost? I hope you don't go outside alone.
Of course not. When I go out, your father always comes with me, but he leaves me there sometimes, and I have trouble finding the way back.
Have you returned to Whitechapel Cemetery since Mary's funeral?
I never want to go back to that awful place. Wait. I think I went back once. And you were there too. And Mary? No, that can't be true.
It was just a bad dream, Mother.
A nightmare, yes. Mary was so angry. I walked back home alone. If that kind policeman had not called Avery from the station, I don't know what would have happened.
Why do you say Mary is visiting you, Mother? You know that's impossible.
Why should it be? Are you not standing in front of me right now? Why should it be any different with your sister?
But Mary really is dead, Mother.
Yes. And are you not dead too? Isn't your father dead? And my grandson? And my son-in-law? You're all gone. But you all still visit me from time to time.
But I'm not dead, Mother. I'm really here, talking to you, trying not to cry.
Oh, it breaks my heart to have to tell you this. But of course you're dead, my darling boy. Just look at you. as pale as my Mary.
And we're out of dialogue.
Goodbye, Mother. Try to rest now.
Goodbye, son. Please come back soon.
Okay, Aubrey Reed's first letter, Reed Mansion, 4th April, 1908. My dear and beloved John, when you receive this letter, you will be 35, and I'll be long gone. I feel a little silly writing you this first letter that you won't read for a few years. I struggled for a long time about how to best write you this, until I remembered the puzzle and riddles I invented for you when you were a boy. Oh, how you love to solve those enigmas. Well, I found it would be a good idea to propose to you one final game. It'll probably be less rewarding. No candles, no candies or exotic treasures for you, if you decipher the game this time. But a greater treasure perhaps, the truth. This is my only attempt for you to explain why I chose to leave my family without an explanation. If you want to know why, simply play my little game. It's really up to you, my son. Rest assured.
Aubrey, I'm not sure visiting Italy is a good idea this time of the year.
Rest assured that I love you. I promise my family was and still is everything to me. I remember the first time I held you and your sister in my arms. My treasures. My jewels. See you grow up, play and laugh. Filled my heart with joy every time. I went back to our home. I could have killed to protect you. My son, my daughter, my wife. But fate found me in the end. And I had to make a tough decision. The worst was to disappear without a word. I decided to do it anyway. Soon I'll be gone for good. I don't ask for forgiveness, but for understanding. If you want to know more, all you have to do is remember how happy we were back in those days. If you want to find the next message, think green grass and tall trees on sunny Sundays. From your affectionate father, Aubrey Reed.
I remember Sunday walks in the park.
Loot all things. I mean, this is my home, right? So it's okay. It's not actually looting.
Good evening, Avery.
Mr. Jonathan? I can't believe my own eyes. Oh, it's a miracle. We all thought you were... Oh, sir, your poor sister. What a tragedy.
I know, Avery. I know about my sister's murder.
Miss Reed expected you to return to assist with the funeral, right up until the last minute. Where have you been, Mr. Jonathan? We needed you here.
I found an old letter written by my father and addressed to me. Do you know anything about it, Avery?
Your father wanted me to give you this letter for your 35th birthday, but you left for the war, and the letter remained in his office until tonight.
I realize now you knew my father better than I did. Do you know why he left, Avery? Did he ever speak to you about his departure?
No, sir. Mr. Reed was not exactly forthcoming. Perhaps this letter will give you the information you require.
Sunny Sundays.
How is my mother?
Not well, I'm afraid, sir. Miss Reed is very fragile since the police brought her back home.
The police? What happened?
Miss Reed was found walking in the streets. She kept saying she had spoken with her son and daughter. She's resting now.
Has she received appropriate medical care?
I'm taking care of Miss Reed myself. Hospitals are so overwhelmed by the epidemic that they can only accept patients infected by influenza.
Perhaps we could arrange a short trip. Somewhere sunny, like France. She has always been very fond of France. I think leaving London could do her good.
I'm afraid Miss Reed is too frail for the moment. Recently, she started going out at night without remembering it. I have to watch her carefully.
What is the situation in this part of town?
For a time, the West End seemed spared by the epidemic. But the situation is getting much worse.
Have you no relatives anywhere? I'll understand if you want to take a few days to see family.
Your father managed to guarantee my earnings as long as I take care of this house, sir. My sisters are dead, and I've never met my nephews. I'll stay, sir.
I'm sorry I could not be here for Mary's funeral.
Your mother was strong, sir, but your support would have been appreciated. Apart from the priest and I, no one else attended your sister's funeral.
To be present at the funeral with you both was my dearest wish, Avery. But I am sorry, I simply could not attend.
I would not dare to question your absence, Mr. Jonathan. All I can say is that we missed you a great deal during these difficult days.
Tell me the truth, Avery. Do you feel forced to stay here? Would you leave this house without the arrangement made by my father?
No, sir. I have nowhere else to go. And I promised your father I'd take care of his family as long as I live.
This house is dead, Avery. There is a curse on this family. You really should consider leaving.
If only you could have been here sooner or more often. Maybe this house would not be that empty. But you're here now, sir. So my task is not over.
You have served this family extremely well, Avery. Your support during these terrible times is much appreciated.
Then I will stay. All I ask is that you take care of my own funeral if I die before the end of the epidemic. No mass grave, please, sir.
Do you really think I don't take enough care of my mother, Avery?
Yes, I do, Mr. Jonathan.
You clearly have something more to say. Speak your mind, Avery.
I know you work hard to help the sick, but what will you do once the epidemic is over?
I really don't know. I have always enjoyed seeing new horizons. Once the epidemic is over, it would be nice to leave London for a while.
I understand, Mr. Jonathan. But you have to realize that your mother needs you. Your next departure could break her heart.
All right.
Goodbye, Avery. Please watch over my mother until I return.
Of course, Mr. Jonathan. But please return as soon as possible.
Ascalon Club. Does he have a top hat on, my uncle?
The Ascalon Club. The heart of British vampire society. Not quite as subtle as I expected.
I'm hungry. Where shall I eat tonight?
Good evening, sir. Please forgive me for disturbing you. I'm a doctor.
I never judge a man by his title, but by his attitude. And you are not disturbing me at all. I am Calhoun Russell, and I welcome you.
Well, I must admit it's good to receive a warm welcome for once. I'm Jonathan Reed.
Welcome, Dr. Reed. Welcome to my humble shop.
This guy reminds me so much of Total Biscuit. Rest in peace.
Do you have any family nearby?
Not since my parents died. I'm London's lone gourmet.
Really? But you seem to be such a pleasant and sociable fellow.
I'm afraid the real hedonist has to be sometimes. I discovered ecstasy as a solitary pleasure, but it does not mean it can't ever be shared.
London's lone gourmet. What a strange title.
I used that name in my early years when I was a food critic, and I kept it.
How is the situation in this part of town?
Life is good and peaceful. We're lucky to live in such an era of progress and wonders.
Are you not concerned about the epidemic?
Oh, I'm sure the authorities would take the appropriate measure if the danger were that high.
You cannot expect the newspapers to expose the truth while the war is still raging. I can assure you that the situation here is desperate.
Well, that's news then. But I can't believe that things are that bad. Are you sure you're not exaggerating a bit? For the thrill of it?
What can you tell me about this place?
I recently found the best steak and kidney pie in the city. I'd be glad to share the address if you want.
Finding a good restaurant? Is that really all that interests you?
Oh, I have many passions, but nothing brings me ecstasy like subtle and exquisite flavors from my teeth to my belly.
Yeah, can't disagree.
I must confess, I have quite specific tastes when it comes to nutrition.
Really? Well, I'm always happy to try new exotic meals. If you ever find an intriguing table, please share the address.
Surprise. Really? We have to find this guy a fucking restaurant? I look like Yelp to you?
Is it not a little too late to be trading?
On the contrary, it is the perfect hour. Believe me, my friend, it is always at night that you meet the most fascinating characters.
But what about the epidemic? The bombs and raids? And all the random violence?
Please, sir, this is London, England. We will prevail. And if a bomb must fall on my shop, then I'll be there to hear it falling.
So you prefer to work at night?
Oh, I also enjoy a sunny day like everybody else. But the night always has a certain je ne sais quoi of its own.
I may have a look at your goods, Mr. Russell.
Between men and women.
He has 2 good handle parts and 2 tiny parts. Oh yeah, I can sell shit to him now, so. Let me run back to my home and see. Yeah, let's run back to the hideout and see what we need to upgrade our weapons. Okay. I need 3 good handle parts for this. And I also need 3 tiny good ones. Alright. Well, even if I were to buy all the things he had, it wouldn't help. So we'll leave that where it is for now. Maybe there are more vendors, though. Oh wait, I suddenly have more XP. Let me keep talking, actually, a little bit. And then we'll upgrade ourselves.
Good evening, miss.
Oh my god, no. Please, Mr. Vampire, don't kill me. Please, no. I'm too young to die. I still have so much to offer this world.
Wait, no. Why do you think I would... What?
Don't worry, Dr. Reed. I know you wouldn't harm me. Mother told me you were in this part of town and might drop by.
Your mother?
My name is Charlotte, sir. Charlotte Ashbury. My mother taught me long ago how to recognize the signs that betray a vampire.
I understand she also taught you how to tease and gently mock innocent young Ekons. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Charlotte.
Yep, this is how most of my conversations with women go.
What do you think about this part of town?
I was raised here, and I suppose it feels like home. You grew up in this part of town too, did you not?
Yes, I was born a few streets away.
A small world, is it not? Did you ever imagine that my mother was your neighbor all that time? That you could have met her in a dark alley at night?
You won't trick me twice, young lady. We both know Lady Ashbury never hunts or attacks prey at random.
Come on, Doctor. Don't tell me you never thought about that possibility. Her fangs on your neck. Oh, are you blushing, Dr. Reed?
Is there something that's bothering you?
Too much selfishness and individualism for my taste. Even when there was no epidemic.
Even if that's partly true, may I remind you that many charitable institutions are financed by the selfish and filthy rich.
I suppose you're right. But society must reform and renew itself, or we are all done for.
What are you doing out here?
You mean, what do I do outside at night, since I am a woman? Let me ask you a question, sir. Would you ask the same question of a man?
Actually, yes. I ask the same question to everyone who dares to go outside at night, considering the risks.
Well, if you must know, I campaign for the right to vote for all women. Why should I wait to the age of 30 years when men can vote at 21?
At night?
Are you a suffragette, then? Oh, you really are Elizabeth's girl. Without a doubt.
All adult women have the right to vote in the US, in New Zealand, and in Australia. But women here can't vote unless they are property owners.
No need to convince me, Miss Charlotte. I have shared your opinion for a long time. Even before I met Emmeline Pankhurst.
Really? Oh. Now I see why my mother appreciates you so much. Too bad there aren't more men like you in the vicinity.
How are the locals reacting to your claims?
People here can't wait for a wall to be built to isolate the West End from the rest of town. That's how progressive they are. If this happens, Emily and I will blow it up.
Explosives are very dangerous, young lady. And who is this Emily?
She is my best friend, and a suffragette too. She was supposed to campaign with me tonight, but hasn't turned up.
Have you any reason to be worried about her?
Ooh, this is a side quest.
Emily started to believe in... well, she got interested in vampires. I'm afraid she might be in trouble.
Let me guess. You spoke to her about us, didn't you? Despite your mother's warning. I think I should try to find your friend.
Oh, that would be top-notch. I can tell you where she might have gone. You have my thanks, Dr. Reed. And please, don't tell my mother.
Okay, Emily's missing.
What exactly has your mother told you about me?
Your name and profession, obviously. And the mystery about your maker. I'm sorry to hear about what happened to your sister, sir. Mother says it was not your fault.
Does it not scare you to know what I am? What your mother is?
Why should it? My mother is the most compassionate woman. Must I be wary of her, Dr. Reed? Or you?
Should she? Probably not really.
Of course not. You have nothing to fear from me, or your mother.
Good to know. And don't worry, my mother told me everything I need to know about vampire tricks, their nature as well as features.
Your mother is not like any other vampire I've met.
I believe she thinks the same about you, Dr. Reed.
We haven't really met that many vampires, have we, though, Jonathan? So it's not really saying much.
Tell me about your adoption.
What do you want to know?
Who are your real parents?
Elizabeth Ashbury is my real mother. She raised me and has taken care of me all my life. I have no idea who my progenitors are or were.
Do you live with her?
I still spend a lot of time in my mother's mansion, but I have my own house now. I have a life to live, you see. And one day, I'll have my death to face.
Lucky you, some of us don't get to do that.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
First, I was an orphan in the institution for girls she manages in the West End. When I was 10, she adopted me, and I have lived with her ever since.
Did you know she was a vampire when she picked you?
The correct word is Ekon, Doctor. And no, I had no idea why my mother only showed up at night. She told me everything when I turned 16, though I suspected the truth for a long time before that.
Do you know why Lady Ashbury chose you to become her daughter?
No, I don't. Each time I ask her that question, she smiles and says it's precisely because I dare to ask such questions.
Do you ever regret that she chose you?
Of course not. Though I often wonder if she adopted others before me. If so, where are they buried? How was it for them to pass through life with a never-aging mother?
Goodbye, Charlotte. Give my best regards to your mother when you see her.
She's been quite busy these last few nights. I suspect you may see her before me.
More XP, yay. Hey. What was the side quest? Got one. Hey. Find the second part of your father's testament. Emily is missing. Find an exceptional restaurant. Oops. An exhausted man is calling for help from an abandoned house in the West End. Westfield. Oops. Okay, are there any more people in the vicinity I should talk to?
Good evening, sir. May I have your attention, please?
Come on, Johnny. Don't you recognize your oldest friend?
Clarence. Clarence Crossley. How are you? My God. So you survived the war too. So sorry I didn't recognize you at first.
I almost didn't recognize you either. War does that to men, I heard. In my case, it was true, for I witnessed the horror that lies underneath.
Let's ask.
How is your wife, Venus?
We've spent so much time away from each other, and so many things have happened.
But you're alive. You returned in one piece, and you have a family. How many soldiers can say the same?
Believe me, it's not quite that simple. Unlike you, I'm not the man I used to be.
About that.
Is everything all right at home? Surely Venus was relieved to see you return from France in one piece.
Have you forgot what people are like in this part of town, Johnny? Venus fears for our family reputation. Now her husband has become the village idiot.
Village idiot? How?
When did you escape the war and return to London?
You know what's funny? I almost never think about the war. Not anymore. I'm involved in another kind of battle now.
I know what you mean. I haven't had much time to think about the war either since my return.
Of course. With the epidemic, I bet you've been busy as well. Forgive me, Johnny, I didn't want to sound selfish.
What is this new battle?
I saw terrible things during the war. Horrors I thought I'd forget. They're here too. They're everywhere. Vampires.
Uh-oh. You'd think we have more conversation options with our old friend. Then again, that's pretty realistic. You ever meet, like, someone you knew from, like, several years ago, and then you run into them, and you don't really have much to say? This is probably that situation.
You need some rest, Clarence. You should try to sleep.
Hey, he's actually going home. Light stick. Bullets. Okay, let's do a little extra leveling up.
Remember, don't let any strangers come into your house.
Who said that? Yeah, whatever. Okay.
She sometimes can't find her way home.
Oh, he's just talking to himself. Okay. Must be Mary's room. Now we're level 19. Let's recycle some stuff while we're here. And the boring part of video games. Yeah. Silver fork. Parts. Low resale value. Alright, let's go, let's sell some junk. Alright, knock off Total Biscuit.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Let me sell you some of my
A
goods.
great night, what?
I may have a look at your goods, Mr. Russell.
Okay. Okay. Liver fork. Just have 0. Okay. Cigarette case. And watch. I'm not selling him my watch, no. It's mine. Okay. Look at our side quests. I hate these menus. Okay. Find an exceptional restaurant. Okay. Now that's too many places to go. Is there a closer objective nearby? Let's see. Emily is missing. Check here. Okay, so it's right behind us here. And journey to the past. Find the second part of your Father's Testament. That would be all the way over there. Okay, I guess. So we'll probably move with this main objective first. And Emily's missing's closest, so we'll do that second. Yeah, alright.
Do you know where you are standing right now?
In front of the Ascalon Club, I presume.
The Ascalon Club only summons or ostracizes. What is your business tonight?
I received an invitation. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed. Please proceed. Lord Redgrave is waiting on you upstairs.
A nice place you guys got here.
There has been quite a battle here.
Oh, those are vampire hunters.
I'm sure the Ascalon Club has the money to replace the furniture.
Let me just keep looting. I'm sure you guys don't mind. Ooh, what's this? What's over here? Yeah, a bunch of lore. Who cares?
It's locked.
It's locked. I think this is the exit. Uh-oh. Oops. My bad. That's what you get when you just try to explore. Good dagger. You decrease stamina, absorb blood. Oh. So it's already good, but we need tiny parts to make it better. Got money. Is this the door I'm supposed to...
I
Nope.
cannot enter.
Ooh, can I use this sword?
Good evening. We repel the intruders for now.
My good friends, if I may have your attention. Behold our visitor, the good Dr. Reed. Newborn of blood so pure and strong that even my friend Fergal Bansher was no match for him.
Here, here, here.
Come forward, young Ekon, for we have so much to discuss. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. I am Lord Redgrave, Earl of Bristol and chairman of this exclusive association.
Lord Redgrave.
At last we meet. I've been eager to make your acquaintance. I've heard some astounding things about you. Please accept my condolences for your loss, Dr. Reed.
Thank you, my lord. Lady Ashbury expressed your wish to meet me.
Yes. The lady has always been a useful acquaintance, though not always reliable. Is she a good friend of yours?
Are we really friends? I guess we admire her, I guess. Like,
Yes, she is. I may even say I admire her probity and her kindness. She has helped me since I was reborn.
The centuries have taught me never to trust a woman completely, especially if she is immortal. Too prone to emotions, if you ask me. Too fickle when it comes to important decisions.
My lord, do not expect me to speak ill of Lady Ashbury.
Of course not, and I praise your loyalty. Would you offer the same fidelity to the Empire?
What do you mean?
I speak of the Skull Plague that threatens London and the country. You have been on the front line in the East End, but the time has come to open up a second front here.
The epidemic has escaped the quarantine. You have new cases of the outbreak.
We don't know for certain, but we cannot allow the disease to threaten the prominent heads of Great Britain.
Why have you asked me here?
Because the crisis is escalating. Our enemies, the Guard of Priwen, have even launched an open hunt. The only way to calm things down is to put an end to the epidemic.
You want me to find possible sources of the outbreak in the West End? Is that it?
Ah, straight to the point, like all eager newborns. We shall have time to talk about all this, Dr. Reed, but first, I should like to get to know you better.
Talk? Is that the only reason you asked me here?
Well, no. I also wanted to meet the intriguing Ekon who made such a powerful progeny of his sister. You have not learned the name of your maker, am I correct?
No, I haven't.
Have no embarrassment, Dr. Reed. We all make mistakes. But whatever your lineage, you are definitely Ascalon material.
What do you mean?
I would like you to become a member of the Ascalon Club, and to serve me as such.
Before I accept, I have so many questions.
Please ask.
What does it mean to be a member of the Ascalon Club?
It means that you swear to protect the interests of the Crown, that you become a loyal servant of the British Empire.
Do you have any official recognition from the government? A charter from His Majesty the King?
No. Of course, the Ascalon Club publicly supports the Empire, but the true nature of its members remains a secret.
Am I supposed to follow orders?
As founder and chairman of the club, I alone am entitled to make demands of our members, and I do appreciate obedience.
What is the Ascalon Club's express purpose?
We follow the credo of William Marshall, the greatest knight who ever lived. As was he, we are sworn to protect the British Empire.
What does Ascalon mean?
Ascalon was the lance wielded by St. George, glorious patron saint of England when he slew the dragon. And like that lance, we pierce the hearts of all our nation's enemies.
William Marshall founded the Ascalon Club.
Not exactly. William Marshall granted me immortality, and I founded the club a few years later. The good knight has been gone for so long.
I killed Fergal, who claimed to be one of yours, sent to cleanse the East End of all Skulls. Will his death be an issue?
Do not worry. My priorities have changed. Fergal was a zealous servant of mine, but like any servant, he had his limitations and is readily replaced if necessary.
That doesn't make me feel too good about joining. I wonder what my choices are. Alright.
I agree to join the club.
This is good news. Good news indeed in these crucial times. Let's inform the Assembly formally and proceed with your initiation.
My initiation?
Fear not. Nothing fancy nor dangerous. It is just that we, the members of Ascalon, believe that tradition and custom are the backbone of this country. My fellow members, dear friends, please gather and welcome this Ekon as one of our own.
Is he worthy? Is his blood pure?
That's creepy.
Well, speak, Dr. Reed, in front of the most sacred blood. The blood of our beloved William Marshall, speak now. Will you serve and protect the crown as he did?
Yes, I will.
Then, young Ekon, it is time to testify with your blood.
Are we doing a
It
blood
is
oath?
time to sign the Book of Allegiance. I know it's awfully gothic and a tad pedantic, but England's traditions are the backbone of our nation.
See more butts. Ugh. Ugh.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. Take your place among the bearers of the lance.
One of us! One of us!
Please don't tell me we have orgies. Ugh.
I personally went patrolling last night in the West End, and I spotted at least 2 foreign Ekons. This is an outrage. We shall chase these intruders down.
I was chased by a gigantic Vulcan.
Good evening,
2 nights
Dr.
ago.
Reed. How does it feel to be this evening's centerpiece? Figuratively.
It's quite unsettling. As a doctor, I am more used to being the observer than the subject observed.
Do not be alarmed. The Ascalon Club has a tried and tested policy for choosing its initiates.
May I ask who you are, sir?
Why would you be interested?
Well, as you seem to be the only man in the room with a beating heart, You draw quite a bit of attention yourself.
Ah, vampire senses never cease to fascinate me. They dwarf those of mere mortals. I am Aloysius Dawson, by the way.
Oh, you're that guy.
Are you a member of the club?
Yes, I am. And I have been for many years. And will be until the day I die.
What can you tell me about it?
It's not really my place to give you such information. I am merely a mortal member, and a dying one at that.
Are you sick?
Personally, I consider my advancing years are a sickness in itself. My body is slowly abandoning me, Dr. Reed.
Are you not afraid? You are surrounded by vampires.
Sir, it's for that very reason that I joined the club in the first place.
Is not the nature of this club a secret, shared by only a privileged few?
My dear Dr. Reed, I have spent years and a fortune precisely to gather that kind of information.
So you asked for membership?
I have been a member of many clubs in many countries. But I must admit, this one is my favorite.
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave?
I would not dare speak of our chairman without his consent.
Mr. Dawson, of Dawson and Dawson, the wealthiest man in England. It is a pleasure to meet such a prominent figure of London.
A withering London figurehead, to be precise.
Are you sick, Mr. Dawson? I am a doctor, you know.
My case is beyond the scope of traditional medicine. I have spent fortunes on the world's most competent doctors to arrive at that diagnostic conclusion.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir. Should I suppose that you're here in search of some form of immortality?
Absolutely not. I'm here to implement my plan to save the city I was born in. To cast out the ghastly evil that has us all on our knees.
What do you know about the Guard of Priwen?
I should not say this, but I admire their commitment. This is what the nation needs right now.
But they are our enemies.
They are not mine, Dr. Reed.
Would you help them?
No. There is a time for such methods. But brute force will not be enough to fight this plague. We have to think differently.
What is the situation like in this part of town?
I am sure Lord Redgrave will enlighten you more effectively than I.
Money cannot solve every problem. This mysterious epidemic is going to require more than money can buy.
You're right. Money is nothing unless one has the will to wield it. I have a plan, sir. A radical one that will save all that is essential in London.
What is your plan, then?
Quarantine and barricades are futile. What we need is a wall.
Build that wall!
A formidable, unscalable wall to isolate the deserving from the infected masses.
I'm sure this... Is this joke on purpose or what? Let's see. Unfair, it's dangerous. It's unfair.
But that would segregate the rich from the poor, would it not? It would be unjust.
Our only course of action must be to save England. And to save England, we have to make sacrifices.
Are you not mistaking sacrifice for summary execution?
Why do you care? Are you not a vampire? Removed from all mortal concerns? Decisiveness is what the city needs. And it needs it now.
I must admit the Guard of Priwen impressed me. They must have spent years preparing their plan.
That went well, did it not? It is always useful to bolster the troops' morale, especially before a difficult battle.
You have the makings of a general, my lord.
I was, though very long ago. Well, not quite a general, but a proud defender of the crown.
So why did you really want to meet me?
Straight to the point again, young Ekon. All right, let's talk, you and I. Lance-bearer?
I'm listening, my lord.
According to my spies, you have worked with Dr. Edgar Swansea on the epidemic, and your findings were quite alarming.
Do you know Edgar Swansea?
Not personally, but I've been told he has some sort of immortal fetish and is a good friend of yours.
Does it bother you that I consider him my good friend?
As long as you reveal nothing of the club's inner workings, why should I forbid you engaging in conversation with the good Dr. Swansea?
You were spying on me?
Not personally. I rarely leave this building. But once he found you, Fergal kept me informed. Until you put an end to his mission.
Who was Fergal? I don't see him sipping tea with the others in the club.
Fergal Banshire was my squire of sorts. Even before becoming that magnificent beast, he was a brute. He served me well for decades.
No, I mean, what was he? He was clearly no ordinary vampire.
No, he was a Volcod. All muscles and instinct. Quite the rare breed. Ferociously territorial. Mortals often mistake them for werewolves.
You do know I killed him?
Yes.
Will you bear ill will towards me for his death?
Of course not. Your victory was quite impressive and courageous. You earned my respect.
Yes, I'm convinced the recent invasion of frenzied Skulls in London is directly linked to the epidemic. This is not the Spanish flu, but something else.
I would be glad to hear more of your discoveries, Dr. Reed, but for now, my main concern is the security of London's inhabitants, both mortal and immortal.
What do you mean?
Alarmed by the epidemic, the Guard of Prewen has started a war against us British vampires. To appease the situation, we must eradicate the Skulls.
Skulls. What should I say here? Some are peaceful. I also feel like they're victims.
Skulls are hostile vectors of contagion. That is a fact. But first and foremost, they are victims.
I agree, Dr. Reed. Most of the new Skulls who roam the streets at night used to be good British citizens. But they must be put down nevertheless.
So, what do you want me to do?
I want you to investigate the city thoroughly. I have reason to fear there are cases of contagion in this part of town. Our absolute priority is to find and cleanse them.
And how would you like me to proceed?
By all means necessary, Dr. Reed. You are now a member of the Ascalon Club, and you have carte blanche. Interrogate the locals, follow all the leads you find, and get results.
Mesmerize level increased. Cool. Find sources of infection in the West End. Got it. Ask locals about possible sources of infection. Okay. I'm sure he doesn't mind. Probably won't even notice since he's so rich, right? Basement. So we have a key to the basement now. Should I be down here? of creation of the recreational use of blood. Not interested. No, that's all here. There we go. Okay, where are we now? Family portraits, so we can ask questions here. Family's missing there, so... Go back out the way we came in.
I think Lord Redgrave just suggested I was sired by an ancient vampire.
Ooh, we have more XP also. 2,000. Be the building she's in, maybe?
Hello? Is anyone there?
Jonathan, is that you? I did not know you were back in London. Oh, my dear Johnny. I'm so sorry for your loss. Mary was such a sweetheart.
Thank you, Venus. May I come in?
I was going to bed, actually.
Let me in.
I'm sure you can spare me a few minutes. For old time's sake.
Of course you may enter, Jonathan. I'm so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
Okay, so... I don't think Emily's in here. Won't be long, I just need to loot some things. Then I'll be on my way.
At least you survived the Great War. I fear...
I'm sure there won't be anything worse than the Great War.
You know that you are always welcome here. But at this hour of night?
I really appreciate it. Alright, now we can talk.
It's a pleasure to see you again, Venus.
So you returned from the war in one piece too. Thank God. My Clarence is back home too.
How is the old rascal?
Probably outside, chasing ghosts and chimeras. Clarence has changed a lot since he returned from the war, you know.
How have you been since the last time we met? How long has it been? 3 years now?
I've done my duty, like all British women. You have no idea what it was like to wait for months without knowing if I'd still be a wife or a widow.
I understand. Luckily, this part of town has been saved from the worst of the bombings, from what I've seen.
Yes, and it's also true about the epidemic. The flu has killed here too, of course, but not on such a large scale as in other parts of town.
I'll probably gonna ruin this part of town, by the way.
Have you noticed anything peculiar about the neighborhood recently?
You mean except for your return to town? No. Oh, and again, Jonathan, please accept my condolences for your sister.
Thank you, Venus. It was so sudden, and I've been so busy, I haven't spoken to anyone about it.
I wish I could have assisted at the funeral, but, you know, it's been so quick. And what with the epidemic in the streets?
There's no need to apologize, my dear. It's normal, considering the circumstances.
No, it's not. I am sure that Clarence has not even thought to present you his condolences. He is too busy with his penny dreadful stories.
Why is my return so surprising?
It's more an unexpected happy end than a surprise. You and Clarence, back from the war. You have no idea how hard it's been for me.
Venus, why do you worry so much about your family's reputation?
Everyone laughs at Clarence now. And they avoid me because they believe I share his insane opinions. I'm a leper in my own community.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual?
The McPhersons. I heard they locked themselves in their own house.
They could just be afraid of getting sick.
Perhaps you're right. But if I were you, I'd pay them a visit. A big house, reachable through a courtyard, to the north of the railway bridge.
Goodbye for now.
At least you survived the Great War.
Okay, McPhersons. Let me just loot a little bit more and then I'll be on my way. The Lost Library. Vampires have allies among the living, blah blah blah, whatever. Just a bunch of propaganda. Venus' journal. Just about her husband, isn't it? Let's go on. Oh shit. I learned something new about him. Fuck. Okay, maybe let's read it then. We'll speed read it a little bit. Okay, 9th of July, 1918. Spent last few days not crying. Joy, bliss, peace, painful. Clarence wrote. Thank God. Okay. 14th August. Clarence's attitude still worries me. It's not the same since he came back. Care about me. He's starting to frighten me. 21st September, 1918. Can't believe this. Clarence spent half his pension to print some stupid leaflets. Now he wants to freely give away to the neighborhood. People are starting to laugh at me. A presence of evil creatures, free entry, of course, my husband. Okay. Clarence has confessed he has not spent half his pension, but all of it. Okay, of our savings. Okay. Day. Butcher Mr. Galloway sent me the monthly fee and requested payment full. Baker says name. Okay. Okay. We can keep this. Clarence is completely mad, spending all the money we have. Don't know how to stop him. Sometimes I wish he didn't come back. Okay, so Clarence just got really obsessive over this thing and started spending all their money.
It's locked, all right.
If you want to read it yourself, play the game. Or, you can just pause the video. Have any tiny handle parts, by the way?
What do you need from me, Jonathan?
Okay. Nothing to talk about.
You know that you are always welcome here. But
alright, I'll leave. We did learn some info, so let's see if we can talk to Clarence.
Good evening, old chap. Are you all right?
I won't lie to you, Johnny. I'm not a well man.
Still nothing new. Let's ask him about the infection.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Can you help me?
Infection is everywhere these days. But if you ever go to the park near that swanky house belonging to the Miladies...
Yes? What about the Mullaneys? What about their house?
Not enough noise for a big family with children. Not enough movement. Closed doors. What is going on in there? I wonder.
You need some rest, Clarence. You should try to sleep.
Emily, is that you? Don't detect any sort of life here. North Dock critical. Is there a door here, maybe? Locate Emily's house. Follow the nav point. The house should be here, right? Oh, okay, I have to get up there, maybe. But how? So confused. How do I get to Emily's house? Oh wait, let's go through this lady's house. I forgot.
Hello, Venus.
Hello, Jonathan. Please, come in. At least you survived the Great War. I feared the worst.
Okay, we're up a level now. Aha, here.
No invitation is needed to enter this building. That can't be a good sign. No sign of a struggle. It seems Charlotte's friend knew the killer and let him in.
Emily's love letter. Okay, 5th of November, 1918. My dear Jacques, I think that's how you spell it. Pronounce it, I mean. Can't wait to see you again. Tonight, tomorrow, I can hardly wait. Since we kissed on that bridge while the moon was so bright in the night sky, I want to feel your teeth again on my lips. Oh, the excruciating pain of your sweet bite on my neck. You devil, you. For the longest second ever. I feared you were going to kill me right there, on the bridge, in the middle of the night. But no, my dear Jacques, you remain the delicate fiancé I know you are. You are only teasing me. Can't wait to drink your blood. for good this time and come back to my sweet friend Charlatan as an immortal. Play with her a little first, of course, like you taught me how to play with mortals. And then I'll turn her into one of us too, and we will rule the knights of London and cleanse the city of its impure souls. Faithfully always, Emily.
Emily wanted to become a vampire. Something must have gone wrong. Someone is responsible for this mess. But who? Blood. I should follow the trail.
Shit. Critical. $24. Oh shit. Can't believe I wasted that. Keep pressing left trigger. Okay, hold on, let's retrace our steps here. Okay, she went through here. And here. And who the hell are you?
Who are you? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question.
I'm the Marquis de Bois-Colombes, and I strongly invite you to find your own game, sir.
I'm not here to sustain myself. I'm currently investigating the death of a young woman killed by a vampire.
A young woman killed by a vampire? Oh, you're joking, right? Oh, I do love the British sense of humor.
And who exactly are you?
I am Jacques-Michel Guillaume Florimond de Marquis de Bois-Colombes, at your service, my dear cousin.
Jacques? Cousin? Alright, Roman.
You're French, but your English is quite good.
I was born in France, sir, but I consider myself a traveler of this world. So many countries, so many tantalizing tastes.
Dear cousin, are we related?
We could be of the same blood, my dear. I tend to consider all Econs as family, don't you?
I don't want to associate myself with you.
What are you doing here?
I recently decided to visit London. I've always dreamed of visiting a city on the verge of collapse. Such a delicate, yet intense spectacle.
You take pleasure from others' misery.
I have been a totally depraved and immoral creature since the day I was reborn, sir. And probably before.
Well, at least you're honest about it. Ah, shit. There we go. Controller.
What do you plan to do here?
Take pleasure. Take pictures. Enjoy the show. Have fun. Believe me, I won't be the only foreign immortal who bought a ticket to the fair.
I kind of want to screenshot that.
What are you doing here? You take
I have been a totally depraved and immoral creature since the day I was...
I followed the trail of blood from her room to here.
Oh, you're referring to that young woman. Yes, the meeting turned messy. I'm afraid I ruined my last redingote.
So you admit you murdered her?
I admit nothing, my good sir. I only regret the blood of that girl staining my clothes. Oh, blood can be so messy.
What happened?
She wanted to become one of us. Not the first time I have received such a proposal, but I must admit her direct approach tempted me.
And then what?
Her body rejected my blood. It happens, you know, sometimes even with voluntary prey. At least her gurglings brought me some fun, until the artery burst.
He seems too much of a jackass to openly... Like, if he actually did kill her, he meant to. He would have told us then. Alright.
I believe you, sir. Emily's diary confirms your statement.
Oh, Emily was her name. Quite charming. Well, mystery solved then.
Yes, I suppose so. You can go.
And so can you. Farewell, sir. May you enjoy the spectacle of this fallen city as much as I do.
I wonder if I could still kill him, though. Check the quest. Let me check the letter again one more time. It does seem like she was asking to become a vampire. On the one hand, he does seem like a scumbag. On the other hand, I don't have the evidence.
Good evening, Miss Ashbury.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed.
I have found out what happened to your friend, Emily.
I can handle the truth. There's no need to hide the bloody details.
Your friend was planning to become a vampire. She thought she'd met an honest one and made a deal with him. Unfortunately, Emily did not survive the process.
My mother told me many times about the risks of being turned. I often suspected she exaggerated the danger to avoid me being tempted.
No, the risk is real. Have you any idea what a body has to endure? To become an organism entirely consumed by its need to process and recombine blood?
I should never have talked to Emily about vampires. I never thought she'd actually try it without me. Thank you, sir. Here, take this for your discretion.
Ooh. Sweet. A high-level steak. We might play around with this one. Just because it's such a good weapon now. The hell beats the shit out of my common one. Dagger.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual recently?
A few days ago, I spotted a strange house while campaigning for women's suffrage. Awful smell. No answer when I knocked.
Where is it?
It's the Mullaneys, a nice family who live in a big house near the park in the eastern part of this neighborhood.
Goodbye, Charlotte. Give my best regards to your mother when you see her.
She's been quite busy these last few nights. I suspect you may see her before me.
Sweet, gain more XP.
I understand exactly what that poet meant the other night. Good evening, Dr. Reed. A great night, what?
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual?
Not really. Wait, now that you mention it, I don't see the McPhersons in my favorite restaurants. They love delicate meals too, you understand.
Thank you. It may be nothing, but I'll investigate anyway. Where do they live?
They have a house in the southern part of the district, somewhere north of the railway bridge. There is a courtyard, if I remember rightly.
I may have a look at your goods, Mr. Russell.
Okay, still just 2. Need 3. Shouldn't be spending my money then. So we have a segment here, this here. Don't know which home's which. Okay, we're gonna decide which one to go to based on how close it is to the side objective. Okay, it's a bit of a ways out. What about this one? Oh, there's a bunch. Then again, too bad. Buying exceptional. In the Ascalon Club? I guess we can just walk into the Ascalon Club and check it out. It's so nearby. Oh, wrong place. Ascalon Club.
Have you noticed anything suspicious recently?
The map does say it's here, right? Looks like it. Oh, I could probably ask someone here about a fancy restaurant. These guys should know. Need to level up. Gotta get all this XP.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed.
I witnessed the first great hunt. All my progeny was slaughtered by
I think we're safe for now. I pursued and killed the last hunter with my own hands.
Please excuse the mess and broken furniture.
I'm sure you have more important things to do than talking with an old man like myself.
We need to find that restaurant.
So you are our savior. Ha. Should leave London.
Hold up. Where's the icon say to go? Nope, that's the wrong one. Says it. Okay. Is there one here? I feel like I explored as much of this place as I could so far.
How is your investigation going, Dr. Reed? Time is our enemy.
I have a few questions for your lordship.
All right, but be quick.
You made me swear on the blood of William Marshall during my initiation ceremony. Why was that?
William Marshall was the most glorious knight who ever lived. He served 5 kings, and was a living example of probity for all. And he was my maker.
William Marshall was a vampire? Is this some sort of joke? Wait. Could he be my maker?
That would be joyful news, for it would mean he still walks among us. But alas, the great knight has left this world for good.
Why is his blood so sacred to the Ascalon Club?
He was simply the greatest defender of the realm we have ever known.
He was #1.
I fought by his side at the Battle of Preston, and he made me his progeny following the fight.
What can you tell me about the Great Hunt?
It's a major concern, and I'm convinced we'll only get a satisfactory conclusion by putting an end to the epidemic.
I have already met Geoffrey McCullum. I am certain he will persist until he has killed every last vampire.
The Guard's current successful recruitment campaign is driven by the ravenous behavior of the Skulls.
I see. So without the epidemic creating Skulls, the Guard could not convince anybody of our presence.
Exactly. Once we have put the epidemic behind us, we need only wait until the Guard grows old and weak. Time will once again become our ally.
What about the risk of a full-scale attack here? Geoffrey McCullum is a daring leader.
That is exactly why so many of our number have left the country until things improve. But not me. I founded this club. I'll die defending it.
May I ask you about the mortal who attended my initiation? Mr. Aloysius Dawson.
A member of the club does not normally ask questions about other members. We trust each other mutually.
So he really is a member, then?
Indeed. Only the most eminent members are allowed to attend such ceremonies. Even if I admit some of us fled during the first hours of the Great Hunt.
But Mr. Dawson is mortal. Are you not afraid he might reveal who you are? Especially to your enemies.
Aloysius Dawson is a man of his word, as are all of us. This is the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. We do not grant access to the unworthy.
Goodbye, Lord Redgrave.
Godspeed, Dr. Reed. We are counting on you.
I don't think the restaurant's gonna be in this basement. Nope. Ain't got anything. Maybe it's on the front side. I don't see a restaurant anywhere. Hello.
Good evening, miss. Can I help you? I'm a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I am Karina Billow. I don't need any doctor. The rats. Where are the rats?
Miss, you don't seem well at all. Are you afraid of rats? Has one bitten you?
No, it's me who bites them. Tasty, juicy, disgusting rats. I can't stop eating them. Help me, please. Help me to disobey the voice.
Okay.
What happened to you?
The rats. The answer hides in their little crunchy bones. Their juicy, tiny brains.
Miss Billow, please, try to concentrate. Why do you worry about rats so much?
The voice in my head. He forces me to do so. Drink their blood, he said. Eat their flesh.
Do you feel compelled to obey that voice, Miss Billow? Even if you're loath to submit to it?
Yes. Please. Help.
Tell me about the voice in your head. Who is it? Can you describe it? Is it someone you know? Someone you met?
Keep your mouth shut, he said. Don't ever speak about me, or I'll abandon you. Help me, please, Doctor.
Maybe. Or did you get your blood from the same guy as me?
Tell me about yourself, Miss Billow. What do you do for a living?
Oh, I'm hungry. Need to eat. Have you got something for me? Blood, perhaps? Can you give me blood, Dr. Reed?
Don't you remember who you are, miss? What you did for work?
I was strong, proud. I campaigned for good causes. But that was before. Before. It does not matter anymore. I'm so hungry.
What is the local news hereabouts, Miss Billow?
Shadows. Shadows hunting shadows. Whispers in the dark. Pestilence. Suffering. Death.
Yeah, I'm not getting anything for this.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual recently?
Infection. Infection. The rats carry it, I heard. Rats. 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 Many rats around that big house. Funny smell, too. Dead flesh.
And where is this house?
West of the park. Not very far. A big house with no sound, no light, no life left.
I must go now. Goodbye, Miss Billow.
Surprise. There has to be a restaurant here that I can pick. This is our main objective now.
It's locked, all right.
Ah.
I'm sure Kaloon Russell has no interest in such a conventional menu.
Darn. Okay, well... should probably level up first. Fuck. Actually, I think this area is safe, isn't it? maybe, yeah, let's keep walking around. Dead inside? Clothing. Pearl. Clothing. Okay, looks like there's a fight actually. Alright. So we're gonna need to level up then. Let me check the other side then. That's all the way over there, though.
Unite! Women's right to vote is only the first step.
Cool, we unlocked this part now.
Best turn around if I were you.
Ah, shit. Fine. We'll go back home. Okay then, let's level up. We have almost 3,000 XP.
Women's right to vote is only the first step. Support the equality between
Gold letter. Okay, Reed Mansion, 8th March 1908. My dear Avery, as I already told you several days ago, I may be forced to leave England, if only for a few months. While I'm away, until my son comes back to London, I want you to take the best care of our house. I already made the entire necessary arrangements to have your wages increased and paid as long as you'll work. You promised me you'd protect my dear wife and serve her to the best of your ability. For that, I thank you, bottom of my heart. If I am ever to return, you are the only man I fully trust. Believe me, your most affectionate friend, Darby Reed. Jonathan's watch. Watch. No. Already at level 5. else can we do here? Blood. Increase our blood capacity. And it doesn't really matter actually. Increasing our health. A lot of points though. We need 3,000 to get all the way up. Same with stamina. I think we've been managing actually, so maybe it's time to upgrade the abilities also then. Let's pause. Close range strike that will cut through all living creatures. We already have caution, coagulation. Eight seconds of control? Well, that sounds good actually. And Vampire with construct. We do have enough points, so that's an option. Shadow Veil. Recovery time be shorter. And channels. This one uses less stamina. Ooh, we might want to work towards this one. Two good options here. So many decisions. Short recovery period. Nice then. And then once we reach this level, we'll be able to go really further. Yeah, we can go basically twice as far. Alright. Go for it. Hey, we got a level 20. Side objectives. Okay. We'll do that one then.
The poor man does not seem...
This way.
Why are vampire hunters sniffing around here? I need to find out what they're after.
Oh, are they not hostile? Oh wait, never mind. Hold on a second, can I just... I already spent the points on this, let's use it. Hello? Why can't I use my ability? I'm pressing left trigger, why won't it let me go? Are there witnesses or something, or...? I don't understand, why can't I go invisible now? Fuck? I'm pressing left trigger, it's not letting me. Ah, fuck it.
Roll back to the helmet! The leech, boys!
What? What the fuck was that? Did I die by dodging into a wall? Ah, that's such bullshit. I fucking hate this combat.
Best be moving on.
That was bullshit. You know it. Let me go invisible! God fucking damn it. Is there a problem actually? Hold on. Let me check if there's a glitch or something. My abilities. Search. Vampire can't use Shadow Veil. No answers. Let me return to the main menu.
I'd head back if I were you.
Okay, maybe reloading the game will help. Nope. Okay. There.
The power of the Lord commands you.
Apparently we have to be in combat or some shit. That doesn't make sense. Why can't I just use it? Okay. I think we're here.
I have can't believe I'm doing this. This is despicable.
Perfume bottle.
This woman's body has multiple lacerations. They're deep, too. Whoever did this was driven by rage.
Probably her husband. Why are these rookies such a higher level now?
He had his tongue removed and his eyes gouged out. He was a victim of brutal torture. This one's neck is broken. He was young. Probably the son.
Let me guess, there's a boss fight coming up. Well, it's a good thing I'm level 20. Even though these fucking guards are level 27 shit. It's even in red too, telling me I'm not fit for this. Okay. Boss fight. This is definitely an arena.
You thought I was dead too, didn't you? No, I was just pretending. Doris told me I could have been a great actress.
You killed your family.
They mocked my talent. Ah!
Yeah, shit. Fuck. die! I'm so close! Fuck! And now I wasted a fucking serum. Fuck you, game. And your mechanics that make no sense. What's the point of even having them if you know if you die, you can't get them back? Who thought that was a good idea? No one. And fuck you for coming up with that idea, whoever you were. You know who you are.
Could it be a new stage in the disease's evolution?
Okay. That went better. Ooh. Thank you for telling me what the objective was. Letter from the Fletcher Acting School. Dear Elsa, it's with the greatest joy that I confirm with this letter your acceptance as a private student to my acting school. The letter seeing you had the kindness to perform for me last week convinced me that you have what it takes to be a real actress. Wit, stature, and courage. As a private student, you'll receive my personal training and coaching. During these intense sessions, you'll be invited to stay at the school. Since I strongly believe in total immersion to expose the full potential of my students. So please, remember to bring night tire and anything you may need to spend a week at my school. Yours sincerely, Doris Fletcher.
So, this girl took lessons at the famous Doris Fletcher Acting School.
Any more loot? No? Well, okay. Large piece of shit. I'm not... Can't even go through that door. Yeah, I won't. Okay. Anything else left here? I don't think so. How? How'd you get here? If he's killing the Perwin guards, I can't really complain that much. Can I go invisible? Sweet. Did he clear them all out? I didn't see any left.
I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Where is the point of interest here? Second part of my father's testament. Large beast. Where would it be? The second part of my father's testament. So vague. Instructions unclear. I feel like this beast here is probably my best bet. Still pretty fucking tough at this stage. Where the what? Where am I? I'm still here? God damn it. Why'd it have to respawn me at such an inconvenient spot? Wait. This isn't where I wanted to go. Fuck. Ah, shit.
Have faith, brothers! Be strong, brothers!
God damn it.
Roll back to the hell that spawned you. Remember your vows, friend. No! God walks with me! Black demon!
I don't even know where I'm... What was I trying to do? Okay, I wanted to go this way. Why would you spawn me all the way back there? Fuck. Okay, maybe that beast doesn't know anything. See blood there. Don't understand. Where would the second part of the testament be?
Spotted! Watch out, boys! Boom!
could this testament be?
This is no place for you, sir. Die, vermin!
Okay, maybe I could use a little bit more stamina. Where would the second part of the testament be? Let's go invisible.
Don't you know better?
Uh-oh. Ah, shit.
You cannot win this.
Fuck.
You're feeble. No bleeding.
Ah, shit, 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 shit. Fuck, 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 where did he go?
This is despicable.
Don't you know better?
seems like plot. Quarantine. Alright guys, so it has been a little over 3 hours. I have no idea if this is where I'm going to find the second part of my father's testament. We'll figure that out next time I play. For anyone who's watching, thank you for watching. We appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye everyone.